In a closely contested electoral battle, the BJP won a high-stakes battle by winning 2 out of 3 members of the Legislative Council seats in Telangana. This has dealt a blow to the ruling Congress party in the state. The Graduates MLC constituency, spanning 42 assembly segments and comprising over 3,55,159 votes, is a very critical battleground that potentially reflects the sentiment of the state's educated electorate. The BJP candidate, Anji Reddy, emerged victorious against Congress's candidate V Narender Reddy. Union Minister and Telangana BJP Unit Chief G Kishan Reddy highlighted the significance of the victory, emphasizing it as a clear indication of the party's growing popularity in the state. He in fact also noted that the BJP's success in winning 2 MLC seats, including one in the teachers category, demonstrates increasing public support and growing dissatisfaction with the current state government. Now, this election comes just over a year after the Congress party's decisive victory in the state assembly polls, making the BJP's performance particularly grabbing the attention. Both Anji Reddy and Narender Reddy, interestingly, operate educational institutions in the region as well. So that's something very interesting coming in straight from the state of Telangana. It certainly raises several questions about the Congress's leadership at the state level, because this time around, in a very closely contested and battled electoral war zone, the BJP has won this big battle by winning 2 out of the 3 members of Legislative Council seats in Telangana. This has certainly given us some sort of backseat to the ruling Congress party in the state. Bit of a shocker for them, of course. The Graduates MLC constituency, spanning for around 42 assembly segments and comprising over 3,55,159 voters, is a very critical background that potentially reflects the sentiment of the state's educated electorate. In fact, what's more interesting is that EVMs were not used in this particular election. It was a ballot paper election. The BJP candidate Chiranjeevi Anji Reddy emerged victorious against Congress's candidate V Narender Reddy. In fact, Union Minister and Telangana BJP Unit Chief K Kishan Reddy also highlighted what's going to be the importance of this particular victory in their bag, emphasizing that this is a clear-cut indication of how the party is slowly and steadily growing in terms of their popularity in the state. He also highlighted that the BJP is winning the 2 MLC seats, including one also in the category of teachers, demonstrates the increasing public support and growing dissatisfaction and disappointment with the current state government, that of the Congress in Telangana. Now, this election, like we said before, comes just over a year after the Congress party's decisive victory in the state's assembly polls that made the BJP's performance particularly grabbing and extremely important for them this time around. Both Anji Reddy and Narender Reddy, interestingly, are operating educational institutions in the region as well. Political analyst Professor Nageshwar is joining us on the broadcast to take the chat forward. Professor Nageshwar, thank you so much for speaking to News9. Let's speak about how interesting this is, because there's no question of EVM. This is a ballot paper election and the BJP has turned out victorious. If I could say, the NDA has turned out victorious.
Well, certainly any victory matters in political terms, but we should understand the limitations of this election. This is an MLC election. There are 3 graduate seats and 3 teacher seats. Teacher seats do not represent anything. They're essentially confined to few thousand voters of teacher constituency. So there was only election to the 1 graduate constituency, in which BJP has certainly won. But the Congress has given a stiff competition. BRS did not contest. Nobody knows whom did they support. There's a 3rd candidate who is essentially an independent but contested on the Bahujan Samaj Party ticket, who has scored substantially very great number of votes. So therefore, this election does not represent the political mood of the state in any way, because this is only in one of the constituencies out of the 3 graduate seats. This is an MLC election. Only educated graduates can vote. The BRS not in the fray. There's a 3rd candidate who polled a significantly large number of votes. So how can we relate this to the overall political mood of the state? Let me recollect your attention to 2021 MLC election. That is 2 years before the Telangana Assembly election. So, in fact, in 2021, there were elections to the two seats. One, Hyderabad, Mehboob Nagar, Rangareddy seat. It was a BJP sitting seat. BJP lost this seat. BRS has won. In fact, I also contested the seat as an independent and I stood third. Congress got less than what I got. I got 58,000 votes as an independent. Congress got 33,000 votes. BJP lost this sitting seat. BRS won. The second seat was from Khamman, Nalgonda, Warangal graduate seat. BRS retained its sitting seat. So therefore, the BRS has won 2 graduate seats, one retaining its seat, one resting from BJP in 2021. Coming back to 2023, Congress has come to power in assembly election. Congress was distant 4th, 5th in both these graduate MLC elections. So the BRS has won both the 2 seats, but BRS lost the elections miserably. So therefore, the MLC elections do not in any way constitute a representative character of the political mood in the state.
Right. Professor Nageshwar, would request you to please stay on with us. We've got a reaction coming in from K. Kavita. Let's first take a listen to that and then I'll come back to you with further questioning.
This election is a direct reflection of what we were propagating in the last 1.5 years. No party gave a ticket to a BC candidate. Both parties gave ticket to upper caste. BRS party did not contest the election. So the total equation and the ecosystem changed. And then when people like us said BC should get united and vote, the third candidate, a BC candidate, emerged and gave very, very stiff competition to both these national parties. So if either one of the national parties would have given a ticket to the BC, it would have been justified. Or if they would have helped these candidates, it would have been good, but it did not. So this election is not a true reflection of democracy is what I would say.
Professor Nageshwar, this is very interesting. K. Kavita has certainly a different issue to highlight over here. She said that on one side you are saying that all the BCs should combine and unite in this particular fight, but on the other side we have seen both the parties giving the names of the upper caste people for the tickets.
Well, this election is nothing to do with the BC or OC. If that's the case, then why did BRS not field a BC candidate? Why did BRS stay out of this election? It is a major opposition party in the state. It got 37% votes in 2023 assembly elections. What prevented BRS from not contesting the seat? Jolly well, BRS would have given a seat to a backward class candidate and should have shown its strength. Should at least, even if they have lost, should have shown its commitment to the backward class. Why did they not do it? So that's a fundamental question. Did BRS give seats to BCs in the MLC elections in the past? 2021, both the seats BRS won were by the upper caste candidate. Why did BRS not given a seat to the BCs? So since 2014, in how many MLC elections did BRS give seats to the BCs? So certainly not more than half. So this kind of a politically convenient explanation doesn't hold drawn because BRS did not even contest the election. It is true that the Congress and the BJP fielded upper caste candidates. It is true that there was a backward class candidate who gave a tough competition. Not certainly tough, but it is a very significant vote he has polled. So my question is very simple. What prevented BRS to extend support to the BC candidate publicly? Did they do it at least? They did not even officially support the BC candidate. Now if you raise the banner of backward class politics, that too after the election, which BRS did not even contest, what does it explain?